The Women's Super League is facing some serious questions after a chaotic and controversial League Cup draw that left Tottenham Hotspur absolutely furious. The draw, which was streamed live on TikTok, was meant to be a fresh way to engage a younger audience, but it ended up being a complete mess. So, what exactly happened? The draw for the quarterfinals and semifinals was hosted by influencer G.K. Berry and her partner, Portsmouth player Ella Rutherford. Things got off to a rocky start when Tottenham's ball was drawn. Berry asked, "What do we think of Tottenham?" which is the start of a well-known anti-Spurs chant. As you can imagine, this did not go down well. WSL Football, who run the competition, quickly issued an apology to Spurs, admitting the comment was totally inappropriate. But for Tottenham, an apology just isn't enough. Standard Sport reports that the club is furious and held meetings to discuss the incident. They've demanded to see the full footage of the draw, but as of Wednesday morning, they were still waiting. The anger at Spurs isn't just about the chant, it's about the entire process, which they feel lacked integrity and was just plain chaotic. Throughout the stream, Berry apparently made several innuendos. At one point, she even pulled a ball out of the bag, put it back in, and then pulled it out again. This raises some serious questions about how professional this whole thing was. Now, WSL Football did have an adjudicator present who confirmed that the same ball was pulled out both times. If it had been a different ball, the draw would have been voided and restarted. So, while Spurs don't have an issue with the actual outcome of the draw, they are deeply concerned about the unprofessional manner in which it was conducted. The decision to use TikTok and an influencer host was a deliberate strategy to connect with a younger demographic. There were briefings and rehearsals beforehand, which makes you wonder how it all went so wrong. Despite the prep, the execution was far from smooth, and it's left many in the women's football community scratching their heads. Interestingly, there's no official replay of the draw available on any of the WSL social media channels. The only evidence we have are clips that have been circulating online, shared by fans who watched it live. It seems like they're trying to sweep this under the rug, but the damage has already been done. This incident has sparked a huge debate. On one hand, you have people who believe using influencers and platforms like TikTok is a great way to grow the game and attract new fans. They argue it's just a bit of fun and shouldn't be taken so seriously. But on the other hand, many feel that a professional competition deserves a professional draw. They believe that this kind of chaotic presentation undermines the credibility of the Women's League Cup and is disrespectful to the clubs and players involved. For Tottenham, this feels like a slap in the face. They believe the whole event highlighted a lack of respect and professionalism. The club is now considering what further action to take. They've made their displeasure clear, and it will be interesting to see how WSL Football responds beyond the initial apology. So, what was the actual outcome of the draw? In the quarterfinals, Tottenham will face Manchester United. A massive clash. The winner of that game will go on to play either Crystal Palace or Arsenal in the semifinals. On the other side of the bracket, Liverpool will host Chelsea, and Manchester City will travel to West Ham. Some fantastic ties to look forward to, but they're completely overshadowed by the controversy surrounding the draw itself. This whole situation really raises a bigger question about the direction of women's football. How do you balance growth and entertainment with professionalism and integrity? It's a fine line to walk, and it seems like the WSL stumbled badly this time. They wanted to create a buzz, and they certainly did, but for all the wrong reasons. What do you think? Was this just a bit of harmless fun, or a major professional failure by the W? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It's a really important conversation for the future of the women's game. Thanks for watching, and if you want to stay updated on this story and all things football, make sure you hit that subscribe button. See you next time!